Yo, sorry I'm late, everybody. Facebook would not let me be great. I don't know what was going on, but it wouldn't let me get on here. It wouldn't let me tag nobody. And it make it look like I'm incompetent because I hate to be late when I say I'm going to be somewhere and I ain't there. Anyway, hey y'all, happy Thursday. Come on in. I'll give everybody a minute to hop on. You know how Facebook be sending notifications when it get good and ready. Y'all see that it wouldn't even let me on my own stuff. So if you're hopping on, teachers, tell me where you're watching from, how long you've been teaching, yada, yada, yada. So speaking of teachers, it's about that time, y'all. It's July, the 23rd. You ain't got much time left to enjoy this last little teacher summer y'all got left. So, I mean, I know y'all probably like, where in the hell did the summer go? I saw some posts earlier this week of like core teams and administrators and department heads all having their little conferences and training and I ain't gonna say I miss that kind of stuff because I don't, but it does feel a little weird, like not mentally having to prepare myself to go back to school and not having that anxiety of the approaching school year. But before I get sidetracked, let me go and get into why we're here. Oh, and if you're catching the replay, drop a hashtag replay in the comments so that I can go back and see what you said and answer and talk to y'all and engage with y'all. But so let's move on. Can I tell y'all, like, the biggest lie teachers believe? And that's because, like, we spend so many years teaching that we think it's the only thing that we qualified to do. And some other folks think we ain't even qualified to do that, but that's a different story. So, anywho, teachers, please do not believe the hype. Like, teaching is not the only thing that we are qualified to do. So, don't you even believe that for a second. Now, if y'all stay with me to the end, stay with me to the end so I can send y'all the free quiz that shows you your actual next steps, and so that I don't want y'all to have to go on a scavenger hunt to find out what you need, no matter what stage you're in, what step you are, if you're confused, if you're not confused. I don't want to confuse you any more than you already are. So I'll send you the free quiz that shows you your actual next steps. Just stick with me to the end. So, and if you've been rolling with me this month, you know that I've been on a series. This is my 4th live in the series. So, you know, the first time we talked about the permission to want more. Then we talked about knowing that you have options. And then last week we talked about gaining some clarity. So tonight we're going to take the next step and we're actually going to put a finger on what it is that you have to offer. Excuse me. So a while back, a teacher told me that she had no skills outside of teaching. So I asked her the question, like, what do your co-workers always come to you for? She started listing a whole grocery list full of stuff, talking about organizing, helping people with spreadsheets, creating manipulatives, calming people down, fixing schedules, all that kind of stuff. And I had to stop her because she was just going on and on. And I said, girl, you just described several businesses. You just described several things that a lot of people can't do, and they pay somebody else to do it. Because if you're like me, I'm like, pay somebody else to do it. But anyway, teachers have what I call a curse of competence. It's like that the things that come naturally to us are things that we underestimate. We think that, okay, it's just something we got to do, the easy stuff for us, but a lot of people don't have the skill set that we have. The most common thing that I hear is, I'd love more options, Jennifer, but I don't even know what I do besides teach. If you ever thought that, then you need to stay on and listen, because this is for you. So, let me go back. If you just joining, make sure you comment options. Now, if what I just said tapped you on your shoulder and whispered to you, comment options, okay? And I'll direct y'all to the free quiz once I end the live so that you can move on to your next step. Anyway, so I want to take a minute to be transparent with y'all. Contrary to popular belief, when I decided to leave teaching at the end of this teaching year in May, that decision wasn't an easy decision, because 20 years of doing anything is a long time. It was a long time of routines, a long time of schedules, a long time of a predictable and reliable paycheck. A predictable, like knowing my seasons, my cycles, what it planned, like everything planned around my job, obviously, my kids' schedules, my schedule, little vacation time, whatever we did was around that in a certain cycle, a certain season for 20 years. And like it was a long time. It was 20 years was of a certain way of life is a lot, and to just decide to change it is a big step, especially when you're going into something unknown. But this is the gag was the day after my last day when I'm supposed to be celebrating and kicking my feet back and partying and been like, I'm free. That next day I woke up and I was like, what the hell? I was scared. I was like, scared. Do you hear me? Scared. Like I actually spent a little time grieving because I was like, did I make the right decision? Did I do the right thing? You know, but and it wasn't like I was just grieving teaching. I mean, I was grieving certainty because I just jumped feet first into something brand new. I went from 20 years of routine, 20 years of knowing, and then, you know what? Boop, I don't know. I don't know no more. But I mean, it really wasn't about leaving teaching. It was about me wanting more. It was about me wanting more freedom, more flexibility, and more time with my family, you know, more ownership of my time. And there's nothing wrong with wanting that. Excuse me. But anyway, so let me get back to what I was talking about. So Balanced Teacherpreneur is not about convincing you to leave teaching. That was just my choice for what I needed to do in my life. A lot of us love teaching. I mean, I love teaching, but I just had to move on to the next thing. So again, some people love teaching, some people ready to go, some people in the middle. All of it is okay. But my mission is just to help you see that you have options. I don't believe that anybody should feel trapped by a paycheck, okay? Because Lord knows I was until I started to move around a little bit. But here's some things that I want y'all to really think about. First of all, what I said, the curse of competence. What's easy for you, think about what's easy for you and what you underestimate, because a lot of other people don't have that skill set. A lot of other people need those things. They may not be equipped to it. They may not want to do it. And you may be somebody that could be the person they come to. You could be the expert. You could be whatever. People pay to solve problems. Okay, so stop asking yourself, what can I sell? Ask yourself, what problems do I naturally solve on a daily basis? Some examples: organizing, explaining, coaching, planning, systems, communication, leadership, problem solving, creating things, making shortcuts for things, giving ready-made things. I mean, people pay money for that. Dollar bill, y'all. People pay money for that. So whether you decide to stay, retire, leave, build on the side, step one is naming the value of something that you already have. Don't try to recreate the wheel. Don't try to, oh, that look cute, let me do that. Oh, I like doing this, let me do that. No, think about something that you naturally do, that you naturally have to offer people, because like I said, people are willing to give up that thriller for it. So again, any of y'all, if you just jumping in, you can tell them, you can drop in the chat who you are, where you at, how long you've been teaching, maybe some things that your coworkers might ask you for help with, some things that come naturally to you. If your principal, your admin needed something fixed today, what would they ask you to do? I mean, just think back over your days in the classroom, at your school, in your office, if you're a coach or whatever you're doing. What do people ask you for all the time? Even stuff that you be like, dang, I'm about tired of I mean, think about that. What's one compliment that you hear over and over? What's something people tell you that you're good at? What's something people say that, hey, I wish I could do that? You do it so easily. I mean, think about those things. Those are the things that you can use to create your options. So again, and I was about to go over my Q&A, and I was about to look at my little list of frequently asked questions, and that was the first one. I don't know what I'm good at. I just told you what to do to remedy that. Another question, and y'all gonna hear these repetitive questions over and over again because people ask me this all the time, and sometimes this may be the first time people joining the live. So if you with me every week, you gonna hear some of these same questions. Okay, so be ready for that. But some people say, well, you know what? I don't want to leave teaching. Again, you do not have to. You just make this thing work for you. This is about you creating choices, creating options. People say, I don't have time. Ain't nobody got time. I ain't have time. I still ain't got time, but I'm making it work. So you got to start small. Don't try to do everything at one time. And I'm going to be honest, that was one of my big problems. I tried to do everything at one time. I try to be perfect with everything, have everything already together before I start the thing. Start the thing. If you wait until it's perfect, until everything and everything is built, you wait until you got all the money, it ain't gonna never get done. It ain't gonna never get built. Trust me on this, because I know. I don't know business. Neither did I. But it's learnable. I'm learning. I'm still learning a lot of things. But what I have learned has been so much in these last, 4 years since I started my business as a product-based business. So I had to learn as I go, and I'm still learning. There's always something new, especially in the age of AI, because AI be changing up everything. You gotta stay on it. You gotta be knowing what's going on. So I mean, it's something that you learn and grow at. A lot of people say I'm too old. We had a kiki about that last week about me being in the auntie category. When I started, I just told you I started 4 years ago, and it ain't like I'm in my 20s. So yeah, you ain't never too old. Your experience is the advantage. Okay. A lot of people say, oh, well, this market is saturated. That market is saturated. People buy from people that they trust. You go in the grocery store. Is there only one brand of bread? It's 11 brands of bread, but all of them always on the shelf. I haven't seen I haven't never seen anybody not buy bread because they come on. What we talk about? Market ain't saturated. People buy from people that you trust. You let them see you. You let them know who you are. You let them know what you're about. You let them know that you are human, and they begin to trust you. They buy from people that they trust. People have loyalty to the things and people that they like. I'm not an expert. Well, you'll hear to somebody that needs your help. You know a little bit more about something than somebody else. That's all you need. I ain't got the money. Most businesses start with skills and not inventory. When I started, I ain't had not damn dime. I did research. I researched for free. I made the stuff I had at the house. When I got a little extra $1 or $2, I put it towards what I needed the most. And then once you start realizing you have ways to get funding without you using your own dollar, which I wish I had known that in the first beginning, because I wouldn't have not used that. Now I'm a bit of a coin, but there's ways. There's ways to do it if you ain't got not an extra $1 to spare out your paycheck. I'm an introvert. That's me. You ain't got to be loud to succeed. I keep to myself a lot. This live is a trip for me. Even though I ain't talking to nobody but this camera, this picture camera phone. I ain't talking to nobody but that. yeah, I'm as introverted as they come. I don't go many places. I don't talk to a whole lot of people. I have my little circle. Even at my job, I'm quiet and laid back looking because I'm not an introvert at all. A lot of times if you don't engage with me, I don't even engage with you, which is crazy because I'm not shy. I'm just an introvert. But look at me now. Hey. What if I fail? You sure enough gonna fail if you don't get on up out of there. Don't start doing what you're doing. If you mess up, you just pivot. That's what we do. When you first became a teacher, was you the awesomest, perfect teacher the first day of you stepped into school right up out of college? Probably not. Okay, you probably slipped up. You probably still do, but I mean, that's a part of life. You live and you learn. Don't take it personal. It's you learning. Use it as a learning experience. I done made a bunch of mistakes. I done had to go redo stuff. I done had to do a lot. So if you thinking, what if I fail? If that scares you off, you might want to think something else, because every time we all have things that we have to pivot and regroup and redo. I still love teaching. Well, then stay. I mean, stay. That's what you call, that's what you want to do it. But create options, create other avenues for you to have that freedom to do what you want to do. Okay? I'm not saying, hey, I'm not telling nobody you need to do this and get up out that classroom. I'm not telling you that. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. If it ain't, it ain't. Okay? This is a new question that I got. My district won't allow it. Well, you want to know and follow your district's policy, because I don't want nobody to get fired. But they can't really dictate you helping somebody and charging a little dollar for it. I mean, I don't even know, is that legal? I don't know. But anyway, so before I wrap up, because I've been on here longer than I thought I was going to be on here. But anyway, before I wrap up, if tonight made you think, maybe I do have something to offer, maybe I got some skills, somebody can come up off of a piece of a coin for comment options, and then I'll send you how to get to the quiz, because the quiz is your next step. The quiz helps me and you. Oh, excuse me, good Lord, probably shouldn't have ate right before I got on this live, but anyway, I was hungry. So the quiz points you in the right direction. So it'll ask you a few things to kind of figure out where you are. If you have no clue, you want to do something, but you have no clue what it is. If you have some inkling of what you want to do, you just need to figure out your next steps. Or if you got this idea, you got this thing going, you just need to know how to get it into bringing you some coin. There's an avenue for you. But the quiz helps you find out your lane. So if you comment options, I'll send you your path to the quiz. You select the option that fits you, and we'll move forward from there. So before I go, I just want to say this. Teachers, educators, fellow countrymen and friends, you are more than your job title, okay? Teaching is something that you do. It's not the only thing that you're capable of doing, all right? So whether you stay, retire, build on the side, or start something new, I never want that decision made because you feel trapped. I want it made because you have options. So comment options, and I'll get that quiz out to you. If you're on the replay, comment replay and options. And I'll check y'all next Thursday. Peace, love, blessings, and good night, y'all.